The Foundation of a Healthier Body. Part 6. Why Walking Changes More Than You Think. Hi, I'm Monica, and today I want to talk about something so simple that many people don't take it seriously. Walking. When people decide they want to transform their bodies, they usually start thinking about diets, gym memberships, workout programs, running, weightlifting, fitness challenges. But very few people stop and consider that one of the most powerful things they can do for their health might be something as simple as taking a walk, a real walk, not walking from the parking lot to a store, not walking around the office for a few minutes, but intentionally going outside and moving your body. I think one reason walking is so underrated is because it seems too easy. We've been taught to believe that if something doesn't feel difficult, it probably isn't doing much. If you're not exhausted, if you're not sweating, if you're not pushing yourself to the limit, then maybe it doesn't count. But the human body doesn't always work that way. Our bodies were designed to move, and walking is one of the most natural forms of movement we have. Regular walking can support heart health, improve circulation, help your body use energy more efficiently, support healthy blood sugar levels, reduce chronic stress, and even help many people feel better physically if they've spent years sitting most of the day. But there's another benefit of walking that people don't talk about nearly enough: its effect on the mind, its effect on how we experience life. Most of us spend a huge part of our day looking at screens: phones, computers, televisions, tablets. We're constantly consuming information, reading something, watching something, listening to something. Our minds rarely get a chance to simply exist in the world around us. And this is where I'd like to make one important suggestion. If you really want to get the most out of a walk, try going without headphones sometimes. I know most of us are used to listening to music, podcasts, videos, audiobooks, but every now and then, try walking in silence. Look around. Notice people. Notice animals. Notice the trees, the flowers, the changing seasons, the clouds overhead, the sunset, the old house you've passed 100 times but never really looked at, the dog excited to see its owner, the bird sitting quietly on a branch, the child who finds joy in something small and simple. Many of us spend so much time inside our own thoughts that we stop noticing the world around us, and walking can bring us back to the present moment. For me, the most valuable part of a walk isn't the number of steps, and it isn't the number of calories burned. It's the opportunity to reconnect with life itself, to notice what's happening around you, to remember that the world is bigger than your to-do list. Sometimes we don't need more information, we need more presence. Many of us spend our lives waiting for a future moment when everything will finally feel better, when we have more money, more time, more success, more certainty. But sometimes life is happening right now, in the sound of the wind moving through the trees, in the changing colors of the seasons, in a brief conversation with a stranger, in a dog pulling its owner down the sidewalk because it's excited about the world. Walking gives us a chance to notice those moments again. And that's not just a nice idea. Research consistently shows that spending time outdoors can help reduce stress and improve emotional well-being. Even relatively short walks can have a meaningful effect on how people feel. Many people notice that after a walk, they think more clearly, make decisions more easily, feel less overwhelmed, and respond more calmly to challenges. Sometimes the answer to a problem you've been thinking about for days appears during a simple walk, not because you forced yourself to think harder, but because your mind finally had room to breathe. There's another benefit worth mentioning: sleep. If you've watched the previous part of this series, then you already know how important sleep is for your health. And walking can help here too, especially walks earlier in the day when you're exposed to natural sunlight. That sunlight helps regulate your body's internal clock. And when your internal clock works better, your sleep often improves as well. Many people try to fix low energy with more coffee, more supplements, more stimulants, but sometimes what the body really needs is movement, fresh air, and sunlight. That's why I often encourage people to start with simple habits, because simple habits are usually the ones we can maintain for years. If you rarely walk right now, you don't need to set a goal of walking 10 miles a day. Start with something realistic, something you can actually sustain. Even one walk is better than none. If you can get outside 2 or 3 times a week for an hour or more, that's already a fantastic start. And if you eventually want to walk more often, great. But perfection isn't the goal. Consistency is, because health is rarely built through one heroic effort. It's usually built through small actions repeated over months and years. And perhaps one of the most underrated habits in modern life is simply stepping outside, putting the phone away, taking the headphones off, and allowing yourself to be part of the world around you for a little while. And with that, we come to the end of our series, The Foundation of a Healthier Body. Over the past several videos, we've talked about things that often seem too simple to change a life: sleep, nutrition, the way our bodies change with age, understanding our health markers, movement, and the daily habits that quietly shape our future. Because lasting physical transformation rarely comes from one decision. It comes from building a foundation, one step at a time, one habit at a time, one day at a time. That foundation helps us create more energy, more resilience, better health, and a better quality of life over the long term. But health is only one part of the bigger picture, because even the healthiest body doesn't solve every challenge we face. Many people are held back not only by health habits, but also by financial habits and by a lack of confidence in themselves. So in our next series, we're going to explore a different question. What if the next 1 to 3 years could completely change your financial future? Not through get-rich-quick schemes, not through unrealistic promises, and not through luck, but through practical habits, smarter decisions, and long-term thinking. And after that, we'll begin another series. What if the next 1 to 3 years could completely change the way you see yourself? Because confidence rarely appears overnight. It doesn't come from a motivational quote, and it doesn't arrive because of one successful moment. Confidence is built, much like health, slowly, patiently, through small actions that gradually change how you see yourself and your future. If you enjoy videos like these and would like to support the channel, you can visit my Etsy shop or support future videos through Buy Me a Coffee. Any support helps me spend more time creating new content for this community. And whether you choose to support the channel or not, I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for being part of this series. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next chapter. We're going to start talking about how to transform not only your body, but your future.